Okay, today I'm going to walk you through how I shot and edited this picture. Okay, so this is the original image and this is the full shot without any crop. That's my softbox here. This is the key light and then a secondary light. The key light is lighting up these surfaces and the secondary light is lighting up these surfaces and giving me some highlights here on the cover. Then I had a reflector on both sides to fill in the dark areas and a hard light coming in this way to light the content and get the sparkles in the products. All right, so back to the cropped image. The first thing we had to do was to get rid of these corners. We wanted to fill them up with more charcoal ore, and then to also get rid of this yellow spots all over the place. Brown, I don't know, sand, probably dust. So what we did was to use the content aware tool, the healing brush, the spot healing brush. It's like a combination of everything, whatever worked for me. So I had to clear this spot up. I changed the entire thing to black and white and then masked out just only this colored areas here of the product. That's the content of the product, and that's how we got here. And yeah, we did some adjustment on the contrast, so you can see where the changes are. All the spots that we had marked earlier are on these corners and the browns. So let me switch that layer off and then we can see the before and the after. Then what we did next was to brighten the content in we had to brighten the content. Then to add the stripes, what I did was I shot two images, right? An image of the product on a plain charcoal ore, and then one which is it was a total mess. I was going for something else initially, more like a just like a powder, like a splash of powder, but I didn't know the powder was going to be oily at the same time. It's like a powder, but then it's oily at the same time, and it gets sticky really quick. So what I ended up doing with this image was to match them in post and then to align this image with the previous one and then use the mask tool to mask out the areas where I didn't want them, or to reveal them only where I wanted them. So which was pretty much how we got from here to here. Then I did a bit more adjustment. So we had multiple shots of this, right? And you can see in this shot here, this glow dust, this area of the shot is we can see the content a lot more here. So what I ended up doing was, after I had added the strokes of the content, what I did was to copy that part of that image and to fill in the glow dust area. So there's more content there now, and you can read the text easily. And then I also filled up these corners again. I know we took out we kind of blanked this, but I think I filled it with charcoal or again. And then the next step was just final cleaning up. I think this is final cleanup. So here you can't really see much happening, but if I zoom in on the image, right, that final cleanup took care of all the little spots on the product. So you can see some fibers and some spots all over the entire image. So we had to use the spot healing brush tool to take care of every single one of them, and that got us this result. So let me just switch that off and then switch it back on and then off. So we cleaned up the image as much as we could, and then the final touch was to make the content of the product a little bit more saturated, just that final pop. One thing I also forgot to mention was in the original image, you can see that we have, this part of the image sharp, and then in this other end of the image, you can see the edges here, they're a little bit blurry. So for a shot like this, if you want to have everything in focus, what you have to do is a technique called focus stacking, where you take multiple shots of your scene at different focus points. So for this scene, it was, I think, here, 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 and here. And then you stitch everything together in post-production. It does it automatically for you. I think it's in edit. It's an image. Is it image?
One eternity later.
Auto blend layers. You see, it's not highlighted now because I haven't selected any layers. But if I select, say, these 3 layers and these 4 layers, and where my focal points, what I would do is go to edit, auto blend layers, stack images. It should automatically clean up the sharpness for you. So we have this now very, very sharp, and sharp across the entire board. You might have to do some cleanup after you do that, but the general rule is the more focus points you have, the better a job Photoshop would do for you. So if you had here and here and here and here and here and here all the way to the end, Photoshop would give you a better result than when you have, just a few points. But if you know what you're doing and you feel you can take the risk, you can just do those 4 shots, then just manually select some of the patches that Photoshop misses as well, whichever one works your boat. And that's it. So we can just preview the before and the after one more time. And that's it. Thank you. Kudos.